What's up, you guys? My name is Jan, and today I'm going to show you how to play an A minor. A really popular chord, and I'm going to be talking about a bunch of stuff. I'm obviously going to be telling you in detail what fingers go on what strings and where to exactly put them. Then we're also going to talk about your thumb and what your thumb is supposed to be doing on this chord. We'll talk about how the fingers should be in relation to each other. Then we'll learn how to take the chord on and off from the guitar, and we'll learn to hold that shape in midair to strengthen that shape for your guitar playing. And we'll also talk about moving the chord around on the guitar, which is much easier than chord changes at first, and again will help you strengthen that A minor. So grab your guitar and let's get started. In order to play an A minor, you're going to want to find your index finger of the left hand, and you're going to go to the first string on the first fret, right behind the fret, but not on top of it, and to the second string, 1, 2. If you were to pluck that note by itself, it would sound like that. Then you're going to find your middle finger of the left hand, you're going to go to the second fret, to the 1, 2, 3, to the fourth string, and you're going to put that finger roughly in the middle of the fret. And then your ring finger is going to go on that same fret, on fret number 2, and you're going to go to the 1, 2, to the third string. And then lastly, your thumb is going to come over the neck to slightly touch the thickest string. We call it the bottom string, although it's kind of at the top. And thus allowing you to strum all the strings and get a good sounding chord. Let's do that one more time. So your index finger is on the first, on the second string, and on the first fret. Your middle finger is on the second fret, on the 1, 2, 3, on the fourth string. And your ring finger is on that same second fret, on the 1, 2, on the third string. Then your thumb comes over the neck to mute the sixth string by lightly touching it, not pressing down it, just touching it. And there's your A minor. So bringing the thumb over the neck is actually a great technique to have. A very bad A minor on an electric guitar would be all your fingers like this, everybody by themselves. It's a very tense position for your fingers. And although this works for maybe classical guitars and whatnot, for electric and steel string acoustic, you want to be thumb over the neck and all these fingers touching each other. They should point at your face. They should be diagonal to the neck as opposed to 90 degrees. And you can even bring the pinky in. It's kind of like a feeling of these fingers should be together. So if they're separated, just bring them together. It's going to give the chord structure, strengthening that memory for you. And also the thumb comes over the neck, because if it didn't and we were to strum it like this, you would get that very muddy low E, which we don't really play when we play an A minor. So we bring our thumb over the neck, lightly touching that string, which kills the sound and frees up your strumming. So once you've got that figured out a little bit, you can test the individual strings, and I'm going to start on my A string or 5th string, and I'm going to quality control my chord. Now over time it's gotten clean like this, but I remember many years of the chord not sounding that great, and then I'd strum it and it would kind of sound like that. You know what, I practiced anyways and my chord got cleaner over the years. You might have to do the same thing, but every now and then you can find out what's going on, and then you wiggle your fingers around, you find out if another finger is maybe touching a string that it's not supposed to, and you can practice cleaning up the chord. Now another thing that you can do to strengthen the shape is to take the chord off of the guitar and see if you can hold that shape. Okay, in order to do that, I gotta get my thumb out of the way for a second, and then I try to keep those fingers the same way, and then I hold that, I can move it around, and when you come back, you'll see how well you held that. You might come back to some wrong strings, so you want to strum it to make sure you did it right. Maybe you come back and you get like something like this, you're like, wait, one of my fingers got to the wrong string. So you fix it, you try it again, Good stuff to do when you're watching TV. Remember to always give it a strum so that you start recognizing that sound. And maybe do it 10 times. It'll help you get this chord in your fingers, so to speak. And then something else you can do is take this chord around the neck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strum my first position, your A minor, and then I'm going to lift the pressure on the strings and I'm going to move up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frets to where my index finger is on the 6th fret. I'm still muting with my thumb. Now I'm going to make that my second chord. Then again I'm going to lift the pressure on it. I'm going to move up another 2 frets to where my index is on the 8th fret and I'm going to strum that. And then I lift the pressure on the strings and like trains on train tracks, I come back to the first chord. Now that last move, very oftentimes I see my students, they move down and their fingers start spreading apart and end up in like wrong places and whatnot. So as you're moving, try to keep the structure going. Try to squeeze your fingers together a little bit, ever so slightly, so that they can stay together. So that what you're moving around is really that shape, and your fingers are not separating in the process. This would be wrong, right? You want to, or not wrong, but maybe not ideal. You want to keep them together and move that shape around. So we're going to practice that. I'm going to give you a count of 4 on every chord, and I'm going to make the first chord the 4th chord as well. And I'm going to be calling out fret numbers, and by that I will mean the index finger that right now is on the 1st fret. Remember to keep muting with your thumb, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, give it one strum, and 1, 2, 3, 4, let's give it 2 counts of 4. 2, 3, 6th fret, and 1, 2, 3, lift the pressure, and 1, 2, 3, 8th fret, and 1, 2, 3, lift the pressure, move down, 1, 2, 3, 1st fret, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Let's do it again. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 6th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 8th fret. 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's slide down. 1, 2, keep that shape, 3, 4, and 1st fret, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, one more time, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 6th fret, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 8th fret, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1st fret, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there it is, how to learn and strengthen an A minor. I hope you had fun, I hope you learned something, I hope this helps you out. It helps a lot of my private students, so hopefully it'll help you too. So thank you so much for watching, please subscribe, and I will see you soon.